Hey, how's it
Hey,
going? My question today is from the Magician's Workshop or weekly exercise, doing the Lakshmi
oh, nice. Lovely.
invocation there. Um,
Lovely.
so
How's
I've
it going?
been pretty good.
Did you get
I
any results that you might want to share with everyone else?
Sure. Well, it's kind of funny. Just like people have been kind of calling out sick at work, and I've been like called in to take their shifts. So not
Okay.
exactly like abundance just kind of dropped on me, but in exchange for work there. But my question is about the leaving the coins as offering there.
Okay. And
Um,
by the way, just to add something to what you just said, a crucial point this brings up, which is you might relate it to the triangle of manifestation in magic, right? So you're not doing evocation, you're doing an invocation. But then the question is, what is the field that you are offering for results to occur in, right? So in a sense, it's kind of like the triangle of manifestation, although you'd never put a god in a triangle. But the potential data set the god has to work with, right, is in this case your job, right? So
right.
the field it has to manifest in is the field of your job, right? That, of course, is going to be different for everyone who does the invocation. Somebody who is on the street and has no money will have a different criteria for success. Somebody who is a billionaire, might have different criteria for success. They might want to acquire another company or something like that. So notice how the results you're getting, so you're clearly getting results, or you're interpreting what is happening as results, and that's good enough. And, at least for the sake of magic, if not for science. But there's a deeper question, right? The deeper question is, what is the field you are giving to manifest in? And so there's the classic dictum, if you're going to do magic to win the lottery, you got to buy a lottery ticket, right? So in that case, the lottery ticket is the triangle of manifestation. But that one's very tricky because it's actually quite hard to play the probability of against, millions of other people, many of which are presumably using all kinds of visualization and things like that. Versus a job, there's lots of angles in which more money could manifest in a job. It could manifest through getting a raise. It could be a promotion. It could be manifesting as getting more work days, as you're saying. It could manifest as the company getting bigger and therefore there being more money. There's lots of different ways. But notice how the field in which you're giving to manifest is kind of pre-setting the results you're going to get. Just something to think about.
Okay. And actually, I just the other day added a little thing to it. Like I wrote down some options through which possibly things could manifest in a different way, just as like a little humble suggestion. Like, hey, here's like I kind of added that to it, just a couple different options in there. But also, my question really was about the leaving of the coins there. What do you do with the coins once the complete?
Once the ritual is complete,
Yeah.
you leave them there and you can add to
Leave
it.
them
And as you add stuff to the altar, it's kind of like forms its own record in a way. You'll see this, by the way, if you go to Taoist or Hindu or oftentimes Buddhist temples, where you'll see the altars and there's all kinds of stuff built up. There's money, there's incense, there's like a billion dead incense sticks. And in a way, this shows that it shows you that, that more devotion has piled up, right? And of course, you can do more, you can add more, keep adding more to the altar. And that's how it tends to work in Eastern cultures.
All right. That
But it's
makes
up for
sense.
experiment. There's no clear rules on it. I mean, you could also do something clever with the coins, like take them with you as charms or give them to somebody. That's a good one. After the invocation is done, you could give the coins perhaps to people on the street, homeless people. That's a good one. But it's something to experiment with. But the traditional way does tend to be to leave it at the altar.
Yeah. All right. I finished Empire of Angels. Very good book. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
All right.
Congrats on the successes.
All right.